Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Black Wife Shames Women for Ruining Their Own Lives. Let's get right into it.
All right, so I had to think about this. I said, okay, let me really break this down, right, in bullet points. I got to get all this straight in my head. All right, so women want a man to be attractive, tall, make 6 or 7 figures, even though most women do not make that themselves, right? Okay. While he's out here making all this money, all these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures, he better be home in time to give all his attention and take her on all the dates, or else she'll cheat. Women want a man to call, but not too much. Text back, but don't text back too fast, because then he's like weird and he's a lame. And if he's nice, he's a lame. If he's mean, he's unattainable. He's a challenge, and then women want him, even if they will not admit it. I hear women say all the time, like, I just want my man to be honest. But when he's honest, they blow up, freak out, label him mean, toxic, abusive, and of course, a narcissist. Most women do not really want honesty. They want comfort. You want a man to tell you what you want to hear, not what's going to help you grow. And speaking of growth, try pointing out just one thing that she needs to work on, and you will see exactly why most women cannot take accountability for shit. You want a man to be emotionally available, but if he shows any emotion, then he's soft. You want him to lead, but when he does, now he's aggressive and controlling and abusive. You want him to initiate sex and affection, but when he does, you turn it down. But when he stops trying, then you say he's cheating or he's gay. Women want undivided attention, but if he gives it to you, then he's sucking the life out of you. He won't give you space. You can't breathe. He's lame and he's annoying. Then you turn around and cheat with the guy that's going to treat you like a whore and who looks at you as such. Women don't even realize the guy who's just trying to hit. They just look at the guy who's trying to build as the red flag. I'm confused. I don't think I will ever understand any of this. And I am a woman.
And she forgot to include the fact that she's a married woman, girl. Show your ring on them, okay? Stunt on them, okay? Shout out to this lady. Good content. Her name is Married to Melanin on TikTok. Shout out to her. And she got a lot of men in the comments because she's talking that truth. Okay? And it's funny because women are pretty much hypocritical. They don't, react to what they say they want in a man. What they say they want in a man, they actually treat horribly, like you said. Like she said, she wants you to be emotional with her, but the minute you do, she calls you soft. Right? She wants you to treat her with respect, but the minute you do, she cheats on you with a guy that treats her like a whore. You can't make this up. She's spot on. And the fact that she understands that the way of the woman is this way, I think it distinguishes her and allows her to be a wife. And so, men, if you're going to marry a woman that understands the difference. That's the issue nowadays. A lot of women don't understand the difference between 304, okay, and a good woman and a good wife. Anyway, I got some people that comment on my last video. Shout out to all the people commenting on the videos. The video is titled Pretty Black Women Are Mad Men Refuse to Pay for Dates or Bills. Anyway, first comment from King State Steve the Boss says, them girls think that men just out here lining up for bad deals. Facts, 100%. Why you think? Look, any woman that's doing what she just suggested is a bad deal. Okay, if you say one thing, you do another, you're a bad deal. If you can't tell the difference between good and bad, right and wrong, you're a bad deal. Okay, and a lot of these women are. Another person commented, Cap, Pookie bring their car back on empty every morning. And that's kind of funny, right? Like that expression that Pookie brings their car back empty. He borrowing your shit. He's treating it like shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't mind. But if a man actually takes care of you, like I did in a prior video, in that prior video I talked about where a man said he was a stepfather, for a single mom, and she mistreated him. She left him. You know what I'm saying? She dumped him even though he had no kids when he met her, started a family with her. Now she has 2 kids and 2 baby fathers, and he's one of them. So, it's not worth trying to save these grenades. Don't jump on the grenade. Anyway, I got more good information from this lady Married to Melanin. She had another great video. I'm going to incorporate it in here. And she had this to say for young ladies who think the good guys are boring, okay? Because this is the real problem here. Women like toxic men. You got to be toxic in order to succeed in this modern dating environment. Don't respond to their calls. Treat them like crap. Literally, the least you do for women nowadays, you're going to get the most out of them. It's crazy. If I treat a girl good, I already know she's going to treat me poorly. I already know she's going to stomp on my grave. So I can't, okay? But this lady wants to help you, so she's going to give women advice on how to deal with this conundrum.
All right, just a disclaimer, this might be offensive to some people. No, it will be offensive. It might be painful to hear. Somebody might even think it's a little funny, but to me, it's not really funny. It pains me to say these things. And this is for the young girls today, because I hear some of the most ignorant things. And this is what I see for your future. So for the future, so many of our young women, right? The nice guy is boring. He's boring. Because nobody wants to unalive him. He's not walking around with an illegal firearm. He's out here looking for the ops. He's trying to establish himself in his career and move up in his job. When you cry, he wants to fix it. He tries to make it better. He wants to give you whatever will make you better. So he's soft. He's a simp. But the guy you want is the type of guy who, if he cheats on you and then you try to get your lick back, he's going to whoop your ass like you stole his re-up money. He walks around with an illegal firearm, who says he's on demon time, and he has an entire neighborhood actively searching for him so they can unalive him. This is your future baby daddy. The one who, when you are 45 years old, you're still going to be crying about saying was the love of your life with a big-ass R.I.P. tattoo on your bosom. The one who beat you, cheated on you, dragged you out of the club when you were drunk and inappropriate. The one you broke up with, who then came and shot up your house, even though his child and you and your mama were all in there. And the one you got back with for your third child, because the first kid is his too, but the second one wasn't because you were on a break. This is the exciting life that y'all out here looking for. Because the guy who doesn't have ops is boring. The guy who tries to make things work even when you gaslight him, he's weird and he's soft. Because he told you not to go to the club with your ass hanging out your skirt. He's soft. The guy who's boring, who has family barbecues and reunions, and his parents are still married, or at least they can be in the same room together, they get along, and they're concerned with their lineage, with the future of their children, their grandchildren, great children. His nephew's birthday party was too boring for you. His little sister's piano recitals aren't your speed. It's just all too boring, right? This is the boring guy that you cheated on and keep getting back at your baby dad with. Because you wanted to be able to play the victim. Because the story about the narcissist trap ninja allowed you to do that. It was believable. But with the nice guy, believe me, you are the villain. And this is the music and the movies and the reality shows that are promoted to our community. And yes, like I said, some of it might sound funny, but it's extremely sad. And this is the result of generational deterioration of community, family, pride, loyalty, and education. And if you don't know, your kids will repeat it, and their kids will repeat it, and they'll just keep going and going and going and going. Sad. All right,
Yo, she is, bro. I don't even know if I gotta say anything. She's kicking on it. Okay, she's kicking. That really describes a lot of women. Like, a lot of women are exactly like this. They like chaos. They enjoy chaos. And as a man, you gotta be careful, because you have to understand that the devil is gonna go through your woman to get to you. Right? I don't want to get biblical on you, but that's exactly how the devil got to Adam. He couldn't get to Adam directly. He went through his woman. So you got to be careful, because if you let a woman lead you to chaos, she's going to lead you to the devil. Okay? That's exactly what the serpent did. He said the serpent didn't go to Adam. It's very, very important in the story, very first story of where man fell from God, right? Eve was tempted by the serpent, and the serpent told her that, yo, eat from the fruit of good and evil. She said, no, God said we won't, or we'll surely die. You know what the serpent said? You won't die. Right? Just straight up lied to her. You won't die. That was a lie. But she believed the lie and decided, oh, well, you know what? If you say so, then it's not it's not true. Right? And then she made Adam eat it. Now, if the serpent went to Adam, he would have done it. But you got to understand that your weakness is through your woman. So be careful out there, man. I'm just trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ancient text tells us a lot about women. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all were surprised about that when I told the story about the Jezebel story. That's a real story. Check it out. Okay? That's a real story. I think that's in 2 Kings chapter 9, I want to say. 2 Kings chapter 9, story of Jezebel. Yep. Thrown out of a window to her death and was eaten by dogs. Okay? That's what God thinks about feminist women. Anyway, if I'm going to marry a woman, I want her to think like this woman. In fact, we're going to watch content like this. We're going to have to watch Married to Melanin. And if she can't sit and agree with everything this girl's saying, I don't want her, yo. I don't want her. She said it so well. Women, this is the exact woman that type of man women go crazy for. The dude that's walking around with a legal firearm who got ops. I'm in New Jersey, right? It's hard to get a legal permit to carry a firearm. It's hard, right? Most black men, we're 52 times more likely to get denied for the carry permit to carry a firearm legally. That means if a cop pulls you over and he finds your gun, he lets you go because you're allowed to have one. It's called a CCW, a carry permit. I'm one of those people that got a carry permit. I'm carrying right now. You don't even know. You can't even see it. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see it. But I'm saying that to say, not that I want people to run up on me. Please don't run up on me. Please. I don't want you to run up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm for freedom and living my life, and you having freedom, you living your life. But you run up on me, my brother, I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to stop the threat. That's it. I ain't trying to kill you, but I'm gonna try to stop you. Okay? And I'm saying this to say that women don't find that attractive. That's not sexy. What's sexy is you got an op, he's trying to kill you, you trying to kill them, you running down on him, you shoot up his block, he shoots up your block. That's exciting. I know girls who were shot with their man, personally. Yeah. Their man got into some funk, you know what I'm saying? They got caught up in some ish, and they sprayed up his whip, and she was in it. She got hit too. You know what I'm saying? There's some crazy stuff like that, but this is the thing that women love. Women love the bad boy, the outlaw, right? They like that. And they don't understand that that's the quickest way to be in the grave. And then the good guy is boring. Oh my God, he don't do it for me. He don't arouse my feelings. See, women depend on the flesh too much. We talk about this in the Bible. The flesh is evil, man. Okay? You need to I don't want to say resist the flesh, because you got to resist the devil, but you got to what they call flee from fornication, right? When it comes to all right, so let's say we're all fornicating. It's not right. It's not the right thing to do. The way to not fornicate is to just avoid it. Literally, it talks about in the Bible, literally just avoid. They say flee fornications in the Bible. Flee it. That means this is why the fact that a lot of men stop simping, you're fleeing fornication, because you're stopping the process of you trying to take a girl out of date just to possibly smash her after 3 or 4 dates, and you're not even married. And I'm not saying you should only smash a married girl, but I'm saying God says that. And she got to be your wife, not someone else's wife. I'm just saying. So take that what you will. You do what you want with that information, buddy. Okay? You got to serve yourself as a God or a real God. Okay, I decided to serve the real God, the one who has a book that we all could read, that took 1,500 years to write. 1,500 years to write this book. And you can't challenge it. I mean, you can if you want to. You can if you want to. But the way I look at things is that, humans as people, we have to serve someone. You're going to be serving. We're not eternal beings, right? We're temporal beings. We're only here for a short time. Everything else is going to outlive us. Our flesh is going to survive us in 100 years for most of us. So you got to serve something eternally. What you're going to serve eternally? Some people, they're trying to serve themselves. They're their gods. They're their gods, right? And you got to watch out for them. A lot of women are like that too. Eve was her own god. That's why she obeyed his sermon, because she decided that, you know what, if God said it's not right, but someone else says it, well, that's good enough for me. And there lies the very first religion of the world when Eve decided to follow the devil. So women made the very first religion. This is why you shouldn't follow religion. This is why the Bible is not a book about religion. The Bible is a book about a kingdom, God's kingdom, and his children in an uncultivated land. Be in the world, right? And we have to, we could decide to serve him or not. That's up to you. But God doesn't have to serve us. And I think a lot of people want God to serve them, to serve their truth. They want to turn the things that they love into truth rather than loving the truth. God being the truth. Okay, so I say that, really to focus on the fact that a lot of women out here, they don't have any direction. They're guided by themselves. They're guided by the devil. They're guided by the Jezebel spirit, and this is why we're hearing this result. And if you want to talk about married women that have a good understanding about the way the world is, they gotta be close to God. They have to be. They're just the only way. A tried wife is better than a modern wife any day. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.